Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're exploring the idea that government is unnatural and anarchy is better for humanity. To help us explore this topic, we'll be taking a deep dive into the book, Government is Unnatural, Anarchy is Natural, a practical analysis therein, Naturosophy, by Cory Edmund Endrulat. Let's start with the fundamental question: what is natural? According to Endrulat, the natural is that which aligns with the inherent order of the universe, the laws of nature that have existed long before humans and will continue to exist long after we're gone. Nature, derived from the Latin natura, encompasses everything from the physical world to the forces that govern life and change. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Endrulat argues that everything within nature is constantly changing, but nature itself remains constant. This means that the natural is what has always existed and continues to exist, like the laws of physics or the cycles of life. In contrast, the unnatural is what humans create, often in an attempt to control or alter the natural world. But here's the catch. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's good. And just because something is unnatural doesn't mean it's bad. Morality, Endrulat explains, is the distinction between the natural and the unnatural. Humans have the power to choose, and with that power comes the responsibility to align our actions with the natural order. Now, let's talk about government. Endrulat boldly claims that government is an unnatural construct, a man-made system that attempts to impose order through violence and coercion. He argues that government is not a natural extension of human society, but rather an artificial imposition that violates the natural principles of freedom and self-ownership. Think about it. Governments claim authority over individuals, often enforcing their rules through the threat of punishment. This, Endrulat argues, is a direct violation of the natural law that each person owns themselves and has the right to make their own choices. The concept of authority is a human invention, and the belief in it is what gives governments their power. To illustrate this point, Endrulat draws on the Stanley Milgram and Stanford prison social experiments, which showed how ordinary people can easily commit atrocities when they believe they are following authority. These experiments revealed how dangerous the power of belief in government and authority are, and how easily individuals surrender their moral judgment in the face of tyranny, disguised as an external authority. So, if government is unnatural, what is the alternative? Endrulat proposes anarchy. He is quick to define anarchy not as a state of chaos, but as a world without rulers, where individuals are free to govern themselves according to natural law. He argues that anarchy is the most natural state for humanity, as it allows for voluntary interactions and respects the inherent rights of individuals. In an anarchist society, people would still be able to come together and have rules, but these rules would be based on mutual consent and respect for natural law, rather than the dictates of a central authority. Endrulat believes that humans have an innate sense of morality, and that, given the freedom to do so, we would naturally organize ourselves in a way that promotes harmony and cooperation. He uses as an example the abolition of chattel slavery in the United States. According to Endrulat, the abolitionist movement demonstrates how moral suasion, or the power of appealing to a person's sense of morality through persuasion and education, can lead to profound social change. Endrulat argues that, just as slavery was abolished through the spread of knowledge and the recognition of the inviolable natural rights of all individuals, so too can government be replaced by a more natural system of voluntary cooperation. This brings us to the concept of moral suasion. Endrulat sees this as one of the main keys to helping us transition from a world of government to a world of anarchy. Moral suasion can help people align their actions with natural law and recognize the inherent rights of all individuals, especially their right to not be oppressed by governments. Endrulat emphasizes that moral suasion is not about forcing others to change, but about inspiring them to see the truth and to act in accordance with their own nature. He believes that, by sharing knowledge and promoting dialogue, individuals can be brought to realize the immense benefits of anarchy, and the dangers of continuing to support government. The ultimate goal of moral suasion is to empower individuals to take responsibility for their own lives and to create a society based on voluntary cooperation and mutual respect. Endrulat sees this as a long-term process, but one that is essential for the evolution of humanity and the return of the world to a more natural order. In conclusion, Endrulat's arguments challenge us to rethink our assumptions about just how normal it really is to live under the thumb of government. He argues that government is an unnatural construct that violates the principles of freedom and self-ownership, while anarchy is the most natural state humanity can be in, as anarchy allows us our inherent rights under natural law to be recognized. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it's worth considering whether the systems and institutions we have in place truly serve our best interests, or if they are simply perpetuating a cycle of dependence and control through coercion and violence. Perhaps by embracing the principles of anarchy and moral suasion, as Endrulat argues, we can create a world that is more aligned with the natural order and that allows for the full expression of human potential. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. I hope this episode has inspired you to think critically about the world around you and to consider the possibility that a better world is possible. Until next time, keep learning and keep questioning. This has been a BrightLearn video from BrightLearn.ai on the book Government is Unnatural, Anarchy is Natural. A practical analysis therein, Naturosophy, by Cory Edmund Endrulat. Visit BrightLearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.